Capital Region Transportation Council has developed a series of resources to highlight Complete Streets success stories in the region and other Complete Streets best practices to inspire Complete Streets implementation.
John Scavo, Director of Planning and Zoning for the town of Clifton Park.
So where are we today?
We are at Bow Road at our newly constructed Town Center Park at one of the entrances to the Shenandoah High School complex, which also includes further in the 3 middle school buildings and multiple elementary school buildings.
Can you talk a little bit about the project, how it got started?
Sure. What we did is we looked at a Complete Streets model to retrofit our town center to allow basically the introduction of residential and accommodate better pedestrian and cyclists within our town center. To accomplish this, we inventoried all our unsignalized crosswalks and introduced safety measures such as what we have here, which is the RRFB, rectangular rapid flashing beacons, and deployed those in various locations to increase safety and visibility for pedestrians and cyclists crossing.
So what did you do to get things going for this project specifically?
Sure. So the biggest thing we did was inventory first and then justify a need based on use. So the inventory is not only our infrastructure, but looking at pedestrian and cyclist counts and also engaging the community to see where the highest needs and priorities were in difficulties and challenges crossing. And then based on that, we were able to leverage state and federal and even private partners towards funding the deployment of the infrastructure improvements.
You talk a little bit about any project partnerships that you had?
Sure. From a project partnership standpoint, we had developers pay some mitigation fees, knowing that they're going to be introducing residential within this corridor that's going to demand safe accommodations for crossings. We also leverage state and federal partners in terms of Complete Streets initiatives. And also from a support standpoint, we engaged our health community to encourage walking within the corridor.
Can you talk a little bit about funding for the project as well?
Yes, so from a funding standpoint, we did receive funding through our MPO, specifically the Pedestrian Safety Action Plan funding that helped pay for design and deployment by the RFBs at 8 specific locations within this general town center area.
Can you talk a little bit about lessons learned and project benefits?
Yes, from a lessons learned standpoint, the one thing I would encourage folks engaging in a similar type of endeavor is be willing to be agile, specifically when you do everything you're supposed to do in design, check all the boxes. When the shovel goes into the ground, you may find things that just aren't mapped, documented, such as a drainage pipe that a private adjacent property owner may have installed. Older cable utility wires that just aren't on anybody's current records, and sometimes even something as simple as a sprinkler head. So have the ability to be agile, work around any site constraints that you see once you begin the actual construction of the project.
And can you talk a little bit about the benefits of this project?
Sure, from a benefit standpoint, one of the greatest things is it's a low cost deployment with very little investment needed to change any existing infrastructure at these intersections or unsignalized crosswalks where we deployed RFBs. In addition to that, as we hit the fall months, early in the morning when we have fog conditions, low visibility with later days especially, the RFBs really call the driver's attention that pedestrian or cyclists are present in the area as a reminder and are looking to cross at specific locations that have high levels of pedestrian and cyclist activity.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the installation project process?
Yes, from an installation process and working with our vendors, they were able to show us how to install the equipment using our own highway department staff, and using in-kind labor reduced our installation project cost down to 0. which are roughly about half of the total project cost. So when we looked at our total project cost, other than equipment, that is our only expenses. And in talking to other communities, there's a network of communities that have the ability to do these types of installations that you can learn from your partners and teach your staff how to do this and reduce those type of costs.
Thank you for watching this video. For more information about the work done by the Capital Region Transportation Council or assistance with complete streets, please email info@capitalmpo.org.